An eerie sense of déjà vu nearly overwhelms you as you stand, once again, on the rocky slopes of Mount Celestia, preparing to relive the horror of your own world's destruction. For now, a silent observer, waiting for the paths of destiny to catch up with you. You peer out upon the battlefield, hidden behind a large boulder, and a sense of vertigo nearly overwhelms you, gazing upon your past selves down on the plain below. Preparing to engage Mortarion directly for the first time. You instinctively begin to step forward, desperate to prevent the horror you know is about to unfold. Pellinor quickly turns and lowers his staff to bar your path.
No, you must not interfere with this moment, though every fiber of your being cries out to do so. Events must play out exactly as they did before, or the loop in time will collapse. You must not act until after I have sent your other selves back into Luminaria's past. If that event were to fail, then our viral counterstrike will never be set into motion.
Even after navigating the currents of time themselves, thinking about how temporal magic works still gives you a headache. Pellinor continues.
If our mad plan has worked, and Mortarion has been infected with shadow blight during the course of his 5,000-year imprisonment, then by now it will have weakened him to a point where his planet-shattering apocalyptic spell will backfire on him. We engineered the virus to harness shadow magic and feed upon it. Such a power source might be enough to turn Mortarion to dust outright. However, if it does not, that will be the moment you strike.
Desperately clinging to hope, you turn back to the battlefield, wanting to intervene, but knowing you cannot. Yet. You know what is about to happen. You remember the fires, the screams. Pellinor turns to you and clasps you on your shoulder.
Steel yourselves, my friends. Everything hinges upon this moment. If our virus has failed, all is lost. However, if by the will of the Spirit it works, we will know soon. Be steadfast, heroes. For good or for ill, the fate of Luminaria will be decided today.
You nod and step back, clenching your fists to your sides as you watch moments in history repeat. You stand in angry silence as events begin to play out again, just as they did before. The descent of the crimson prison from the sky, the thunderous resonance of shattering glass as it breaks apart in the sky, the shock and terror on the faces of the soldiers below as Mortarion's ultimate form is revealed. Millennia of incubation bringing the draconic form of Entropy's Keeper to the surface. His wings, like dark hellfire, spread across the twilight sky as he rains fire down upon all you hold dear. As the moment of truth approaches, you shut your eyes tight against the horror as the people of Luminaria channel their hopes and spirits into the 2 remaining lavender crystals. A desperate action you know will fail. Mortarion, just as he did before, rips through the inadequate magical walls like paper-thin glass. The power of 2 crystals not nearly enough to contain his rage. Pellinor, blazing with power on the ridgetop, steps forward to perform the task that destiny has ordained for him. He channels the temporal spell of the spirit of Luminaria through his staff, and your other selves vanish in a flash of light, headed backwards in time to begin this insane pattern in history once again. The time loop secured, you stand in frozen anticipation to see if you have successfully re-stitched the threads of destiny. You step forward, joining Pellinor on the ridgetop, and he nods to you. You watch as Mortarion once again gathers the spell that will unmake the world. You close your eyes, silently waiting for the fires of the inferno to engulf you. But nothing happens. The end does not come. You snap your eyes back open and watch in amazed silence as Mortarion convulses in pain and his apocalyptic spell fizzles and dies in his throat. Waves of foul green energy clash with his entropic violet as the shadow blight virus tears through his biological systems. Having lain dormant and starved in his cells for millennia, the virus absorbs the arcane energy with a vengeance and sends it rippling through Mortarion's body.
It worked! Oh, thank the spirit, it worked! The Shadow Blight virus has taken hold. The enemy's power has been turned against him.
Thrashing and weakened, Mortarion's immense form plummets from the sky, the ground shaking with the impact of his crash. He rises onto his haunches, a sad parody of his former self. He is greatly weakened, but still powerful and deadly. He batters swarming soldiers away like gnats as they seek to pierce his draconic hide with their spears. Pellinor points frantically at the struggling enemy.
Go, heroes! The time is now! The enemy is greatly weakened, but not yet defeated. You must end it now, before he has a chance to recover.
Without a word, without a glance, you sprint down to the battlefield below, having spent nearly an entire year preparing for this moment. The moment where you will bring an end to Mortarion's scourge upon this world, once and for all.